Good morning. Happy Thursday. What's today's date? February 20th? 19th? 20th. I don't know. All the days mixed together. So I am standing in the back part of our property. So back here, there's a pond. If I have a stick, there's a pond right there, but it's not really a pond. It's more for like an overflow of water when we have heavy rains. That's where we used to store our wood for our fireplace, but we don't have a fireplace since our house burnt down and I don't want another fireplace. And then we store some extra block. There's an old shed that fell down years ago. It's always been like that since I lived here. And then basically our property line is somewhere in there. There's a creek down there. So why am I back so far? Why is it so quiet? Well, this fine specimen named Maxwell won't leave Delilah alone, and she's eating. So I have to, since we've moved Max, Delilah, Belmont, and Dylan into this new field, we've been trying to figure out how to feed them. And every day has been a learning process. It's a learning curve. We have to figure out who's the more dominant horse. We have to figure out who takes the longest, blah, 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 because they all get special grain. So this morning, 3 out of the 4 went great. Here comes Belmont. But the 4th one, not so good. So right now he's heading over to Delilah. And I don't want him near her. Go on, go get your hay. So it's me and like 7 acres. So I just scooted him over to the hay pile. You may notice that Belmont's ears are always back, and he may look like he's pretty cranky most of the time. And he's not. He's really a good horse. But the place that he was at before, I think he had to fight for his grain and hay. So he has some PTSD over that. So we just have to do our best that we can to cater to him. He'll eventually get over that. When they come here and they act like that, it's not odd for us. It's typical. So we just have to find him a herd that he gets along with and that we will work with, and eventually he figures it out. But for the time being, I'm standing here protecting Delilah. So I get a lot of questions. How do you feed so many horses separately? Well, this is an example. So Dylan, who eats a lot of grain, he was pulled out of the gate at the run-in shed and he ate all by himself. Then Belmont ate kind of like in front of the run-in shed, and then Max ate like a little farther away. And we put the hay in between everybody so that they see the hay, they stop, and then they don't come to Delilah. Well, that method didn't really work today. So I said to my husband, I said, you go finish hay in the mares, and go finish what you have to do, and then I'll stand here, and when Delilah's done, I'll come up. So it gave me a time to do a video. So it is Thursday, like I said. It is a beautiful, no breeze. The sun's out. It's overcast, but it's not that cold out. It's like 36. I'm actually in a sweatshirt and a fleece jacket. And those that have like fur, like a nice furry coat, have no blankets on because there's no precipitation. So it's a good day to be a horse. We moved some fields around. Right now, Max's field had the field that we're in right now, and then they were able to go in that last section, and they were able to go into that field. But Dylan and Delilah couldn't figure out how to get back around to the run-in shed, which is right there, and the water trough. So I had to cut them off. So when I cut them off, what I did was I opened up Casey and Holly's field. So Casey and Holly are down there, and then their field will now open up, and they have this whole line. So it gives them a chance to stretch their legs So right now there's 4 horses in this field that I'm standing in, and I think it's okay for now. It gives Casey and Holly some more room. There's only 2 horses in there, and at night Casey comes in. So he's only on pasture 12 hours a day, and then he comes into a stall for 12 hours. So I've not done a stall video because it's disgusting. Casey used to be really well mannered in a stall. Like you could pick a stall super easy. But now, since he's had more turnout time, he went from having like an hour a day to having 12 hours a day. He is a little bit of a handful. So he does calm down, but he just tears a stall up and it's gross. So anyway, so I'm standing back here. It's very, very quiet. I've always wanted to build a house back here, like a little cottage, like a she shed or a hunting cabin. It's because it's just so quiet back here. But yeah, so I figured while I'm standing here with Delilah, I might as well do a video. We sent a video to her mommy. Spring turning the time forward is happening soon, March 8th. So that means I will be able to see a lot longer out here to feed, which will be nice. Right now I feed between 4 and 4:30. As the sun goes out, stays out longer, my feeding will get backed up and backed up and backed up. And eventually when we are in the prime summer season, we will feed breakfast at 7. Lunch will be at noon. And then dinner will be probably 6, because we like to leave the fly masks on as long as possible. But the stall boarders that are in will go out about 5 o'clock. So that's our schedule. So yes, lunch. We do feed lunch. There are horses here that get grain at lunchtime because they are older and they are underweight. So they need 3 meals, they get 3 small meals a day instead of 2 large meals or 1 large meal. We also restock hay at lunch. So there's 2 turkey buzzards over there. Oh, there's one in the tree. I wonder what they're eyeing up. So we're still blanketing, but like I said, a lot of the horses are kind of naked because they have really nice coats on. I think I can leave because I think she's basically done. So right now everybody's in sheets, like a light rain sheet. So we moved Grace and Lita. They were in the field off of the barn, but we moved them to their own field, getting ready for spring. So, and also because the horse, they were in with another mare, G-Pop, and G-Pop was getting a little too frisky. She was getting hard to catch. We were having a hard time putting her blanket on, and when she's with horses that are have some spunk or are young horses, she tends to like forget all of her manners. But when she's in with the older mares, which is in that field over there, she tends to behave herself. So it's kind of like putting a toddler in timeout. So now I'm walking back because Delilah's basically done. And it's just super quiet, super nice. So we scheduled the farrier for March. And my husband's coming to get me. I don't know if Dylan's done. So have a happy Thursday. My moment of quiet is about to end because now I have to go to my next task. So have a good day.